Hello everyone, let's talk about this question. It's called road to zero. We're given two integers x and y and we can perform two operations on them. One is that we can pay a dollars and either increase or decrease any of the integers by 1. For example, if x was 0 and y was 7, we could either have x0 y6 by decreasing y by 1, or x0 y8 by increasing y by 1, x -1 y7 by decreasing x, and x1 y7 by increasing 1. This is the first operation that we can perform. The second operation is paying b dollars and having the option of increasing or decreasing both of the integers by 1. For example, the same x was 7, x is 0, y is 7. We can either do decrease on both values, so x will be -1, y 6, or we can increase both values, x equals 1, y equals 8. Now our goal in this question is to have both of these values to 0. And we have to calculate the minimum amount of dollars that we have to spend to arrive at that solution. Our inputs are 1, the test or the number of test cases, t. The first line of each test case is the integers that we're trying to get to 0, x and y, and the second line of each test case will have two integers a and b, which is the cost that we talked about here, paying a dollars and paying b dollars. I think the best way to explain how we can do this is through an example, so let's do that. Let's just take this example that we have, 1 3 391 555. So in this case, 1 is our x number, 3 is y, 391 is the cost of a, and 555 is the cost of b. Now just as a recap, we pay a dollars to have the option to either increase or decrease a value, and we pay b dollars to increase or decrease both values. In the example that we are considering here, we have 1 and 3, so we can perform the b operation by paying b dollars and increase or decrease both of these values by 1. So we had 1 and 3. After that decrease, we will now have 0 and 2. After this point, since we don't need to spend any more dollars to decrease the x value since it's already 0, we will pay the a dollars 2 times to decrease values again. So that would make us go to 0 1, and then once again getting us to 0 0. In this case, we spent our money this way. So this was our base, and after the base we spent b dollars to decrease both values, a dollars to decrease one value, and a dollars again to decrease another one value. So our total in this case is simply 2a plus b, and if we do the math, we'll get the same answer that they have here, which is 1337. Let's try to generalize this. You can see that we paid the b dollar scenario once because the minimum of the values between 1 and 3 was 1, and we only needed to pay the b dollars to get us to 0 one time. So in our if we wanted to generalize this, we can say that we will perform the b operation the minimum of a or b times, and this is actually b operation, and the rest of the operation will be dictated by this. Now we can see that once we've performed the b operation, the values that we'll have will be in the format of, let's write like this, it will be either 0 y value or 0 or x 0. All we have to do now is to perform the A operation either x times or y times. Since we don't know whether y will be 0 or x will be 0, we can simply subtract those values and put a absolute value operator around it. So this will essentially look like this: a minus b. And this forms the base of our math for this question. We'll be performing the minimum of a or b times the cost of b plus absolute value of a minus b times a. This is our main formula for this question. But this main formula only works in a certain situation. Let's think about another situation. A situation where the cost of b, or performing two operations at once, is greater than 2 times the cost of a, or performing one operation. Let's take an example to understand this. Let's use 3 and 5 as the values, and 4 and let's say 200 as our a and b values. So in this case, x is 3, y is 5, a is 4, and b is 200. Now in this case, we can still use this main formula, but it wouldn't be an optimal solution, because according to this formula, we will use the b operation 3 times, because the minimum of 3 and 5 is 3. So 3 times 200 is 600. Let's calculate the cost here. So cost will be b times 3 for the first part, and then we'll add the difference, which is 2 between 3 and 5, times 4. As you can see, this is an incredibly expensive solution, because when we calculate this is essentially 600 plus 8, so that's 608. We can do another thing here where we can perform the a operation 3 times and then a operation again 5 times. That would also get both the values to 0, and that would cost us a lot less. So cost in that case would simply be the a operation multiplied by, or the cost of a operation multiplied by 3, and plus actually the cost of a operation again multiplied by 5. This comes out to be 4 times 3 plus 4 times 5, that would be 32, and we can see that 32 is a lot less than 608. The reason I gave this example is to simply bring your attention to another situation where, like I mentioned, the cost of b, or performing two operations, is greater than the cost of performing a, which is just one operation. When this is the case, we will simply perform this mathematical operation where we will multiply the cost of a and our first number and add that to the cost of a multiplied by our second value, which is 5 in this case. That is it for this question. The two main situations that we have to take care of is this is our main formula, and if we can check and see if the cost of b is greater than the cost 2 times the cost of a, we'll perform this operation. That is it for the crux of this question. Now let's get in the code and see how that looks. I will start off with my template. I will initialize test cases and input them. While test cases is positive, we will long input x and y being our numbers that we have to get to 0, and we will also input long a and b being the cost of a operation and the cost of b operation. One other thing that we have to initialize is our answer. Long answer equals 0 currently, and we will now check the if statement that we talked about. If the cost of 2 times an a operation is less than performing b once, we will simply make our answer look like that. So x multiplied by a plus y multiplied by a. We can also shorten this by taking common a, but you get the idea. If that is not the case, all we have to do is use the formula that we calculated earlier, minimum of x and y multiplied by b, since we're decreasing both values at once, plus the absolute value of x minus y times a. Once we have done that, all we have to do is see out answer, and that is it for this question. One thing we have to include algorithm, because we use the minimum and absolute operations here. But that is it. If you can find a better way to solve this, let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.